Welcome back from the bench, everybody. As always, Eric, and today we're back with probably my cheapest ever opening on the channel. And this one is just a fun one. I've been teasing it for a while, but it is 2008 2009 Series 2. And you see the price on it, whopping $1.49 for these packs. Was at the local Shoppers Drug Mart. Actually, my buddy was there, and he's like, there's a bunch of these. Do you want some of them? I was like, you know what? For $1.49 a pack, it's hard to say no. So I got 10 of them. The rest of them, other than this one, they're all out of the package, and you'll see why. These are super annoying to open, and I was like, I'm not going to subject you guys to all that, so I was like, I'm going to do this. There is not a whole lot of crazy names for this. Essentially, in this, we're looking for Semyon Varlamov, former Colorado Avalanche player. He's $5 to $15 raw, from what I can see. Josh Bailey for the New York Islanders. Yes, that Josh Bailey. He's $3 to $5, and we got Ben Bishop. He's $5 to $10. So not a ton in value for this. We got a couple other guys, and I'll go through them as we kind of go through this. Some of the, swings and misses, I guess, in this. Some of the guys that could have been, should have been, and weren't. So here we go. This is 8 cards per pack. This is a very old product now. So here we go. We got Jonathan Bernier starting off. Back when he was with the Kings. So he's bounced around a bunch since then. We got Keith Ballard. Like I said, some blast from the past here. Daniel Girardi. We got, there we go, the UD Authentic Guaranteed. What's your mystery discount? And our first hit is Adam Pardy, rookie for the Calgary Flames. So that's our first hit. Do have the chance of obviously hitting Young Guns in this. That's what we're looking for, but the rest of it, not a whole lot. We got Rich Beverly. Is it Beverly? Peverly, sorry. Mark Recchi. We got Frederick Norina. And we got Johan Hedberg. So nice little art. That cards are actually pretty nice. Decent quality, different design. Not a huge design. Some people don't, it's probably not anybody's top 10 for designs over the lifetime of it. But yeah, said this is the backdrop of the day. Decided to go with some just former Moncton Wildcats, just some older Young Guns. We got Keith Yandel, now retired, now making this trip and doing all the different, TV shows. We got Ivan Barbashev, and then we got one Mr. Steve Bernier. So we got Brett McLean, Gary Roberts. Most people probably know him now as more of a trainer, but obviously Gary Roberts, huge name for many, many years. Back with Tampa Bay. We got Kent Huskins. And we do got a Young Gun. So we're starting off with the Young Gun. I can't remember how these go. I think it's team at the bottom here. We got for the Devils. This guy did not make my list, so not a good hit so far. We got Matthew Halischuk. So not a crazy name, but we did hit a Young Gun. So may as well sleeve him up. Maybe there's a Halischuk fan out there collecting all that, but I'm assuming that's probably $1 if you're lucky for Matthew Halischuk. So not too bad. Series 1 for this, you got Stammer, you got Drew Doughty. There's a bunch of big names for Series 1. Not quite the same way here for Series 2. There we go. We got an early Ovechkin, just base card. That might actually be, you never know, $1 or $2. We got Richard Zednik. A lot of people remember Richard Zednik. He had a terrible skate injury. It was, Clint Malarchuk 2.0. One of the scariest things you ever see. And then we got Patrick Lalime, former Ottawa Senator Patrick Lalime. So some of the guys in here, other than, like I said, Varley, Josh Bailey, Ben Bishop, those are kind of like the guys that are worth a couple bucks in this. You also get Chris Stewart. He was 2006 18th overall for the Colorado Avalanche. He had 668 games played, 160 goals, 162 assists, 322 points, and 750 penalty minutes. So, a lot of people remember him. We got Jason Garrison, was actually undrafted. I didn't realize that. Jason Garrison was a good name for the NHL for how long? Brian Boyle was 26th overall back in 2003. He's in this. 871 games played. Didn't put up a whole lot of points, though. 141 and 111 assists for 252 points and 615 penalty minutes. We got Matt Stajan, Nicholas Havlid. We got Craig Anderson. Another nice goalie picture. And then we got, what's this? Oh, no, just a free games now. If anybody wants that. It's a joke. Eric Cole in the victory insert. We got Daniel Briere with his stop in Philly. We got Set the Tone Malone, Ryan Malone, and a Brooks like. Set the Tone Malone comes up to the next player we got coming up on the list that I have here of kind of guys that people might know. That is one Mr. Teddy Purcell of Spit and Chicklets fame. Teddy was undrafted, but he played 571 games, had 101 goals and 206 assists for 307 points. His biggest thing was that 2010-2011 playoffs, where he pretty much averaged a point per game in the playoffs, 18 games played, 6 goals, and 11 assists. So Matt Stajan again, Nicholas Havlid again, Craig Anderson again. There we go. Claude Giroux. That's actually a nice little hit. Claude Giroux in the rookie materials. Hey, young Claude Giroux. That's actually pretty cool. Obviously now playing with Ottawa. That's not a bad little hit for a $1.49 pack. Yeah, I can't complain about that at all. That's pretty sweet. Obviously longtime NHL player. Did how much for all these different teams, for Philly for all those years. Now with obviously Ottawa, but that's not a bad one. Jason Garrison, there we go. I was just talking about him earlier. We got Marco Sturm. We got Braden Coburn, Chris Pronger, and a Jeff Carter. And Mike Richards just used to tear it up down there in Philly. So Teddy Purcell, so that was a big one. Corey Schneider's in this, which I didn't realize Corey Schneider is still playing hockey. Not in the NHL, but he is playing in the AHL. In the NHL, 410 games played, which is quite a bit for a goalie. Career 243 goals against average and 918 save percentage. Once again, pretty good. Obviously that's a big trade at the draft where they're booing him, the commissioner, and he's like, I think you're gonna want to hear this one. And then obviously the trade for Corey Schneider to New Jersey. So we got Nylander, Evgeny Malkin, same thing, another early Evgeny Malkin. Put that aside. We got Brian Little. And what is this? Spectacular saves, Evgeny Nabokov. So, again, always never going to complain about a goalie insert over here. And Andre Mesros, Jason Williams. We got Corey Murphy and an Eric Cole. So, but yeah, Corey Schneider still playing in the HL right now. I know, surprise, surprise. And he's 9-1-1 on the year. So pretty good stats for Corey Schneider. Another guy in this whole, Series 2 crop that probably was a big name at the time. In 2007, 5th overall for the Washington Capitals. That is Mr. Carl Alsner. We got Brett Sterling, Andrei Markov. We got Mike Comrie. I used to love Mike Comrie. And this is going to be, just another one of those. Authentic guaranteed special savings are reserved for you. See other side for details. 20% off savings at my next purchase at the Upper Deck store. It's probably, I missed it by a little bit. That expires in 2009. Dang. And here we go. Victor Tikhonov right winger. He's actually on this list that I'm about to talk about here. Just kind of gives you a little bit perspective with them when I'm saying all these names. Everyone thinks all these guys are going to become, future Hall of Famers, all these young guys that we, prospect. Olli Jokinen, Dan Ellis, and Dougie Waite. There we go. But there's a couple guys in here that, people thought were probably going to, go off, play really well, had high draft, prospect, everything else. First one, this is World Juniors, legend. It's Justin Pogge, who drafted by Toronto, had in the third round. He played 7 total games in the NHL in his entire career. 436 goals against average and an 844 save percentage. Was terrible. Nikolai Zverev, another one of these savings things. There we go. Darcy Tucker, back when Darcy Tucker played on the Avs for 1 or 2 seasons. Slava Kozlov, Yoni Pitkinen, Derek Armstrong, and a Barrett Jackman. So yeah, Justin Pogge was terrible, but he's bounced around and played in a bunch of different leagues overseas. Still playing in the DEL. So still playing over there right now, which is crazy to think. But yeah, he's still over there and playing. We got Boring Valabic, Atlanta D-man, 2004, 10th overall. Only played 80 games, had 7 assists in his entire career. So not what you want to get out of your 10th overall pick. Mike Ribeiro used to be like a beast, just put up goals every single year. Mike Ribeiro. Jose Theodore, my mother's favorite player when I was a kid. She loved him. Handsome man over there. Obviously not when he was the Capitals. Back when he was with Montreal. Jamie Langburner, another one of these save things. Eric Goddard for the Penguins, the victory. Another Ovi. Put that once again over there. Richard Zednik, Patrick Lalime, and a Hal Gill. So yeah, you get him. You got Zach Boychuk, 14th overall in 2008. Had 30 points in 127 games. So once again, not what you're expecting from a top end of the draft, draft pick, 30 points in his career. We got Tim Gleason, Jonathan Bernier again, where we started off this whole thing. Keith Ballard. We got Daniel Girardi again, another one of these, and a Brian Campbell in the victory with a Tim Connolly, a Eric Goddard, and a Mike Camilleri at the very back of that. Another one is Nikita Filatov, left winger, 2008, 6th overall draft pick. 6th overall draft pick. So many people have never even heard of these guys. 53 games played, 6 goals, 8 assists for 14 points. Played in the KHL from 2011 till 2018, 2019. But that's what they got with a 2008 6th overall pick. 53 games played. So when you're buying some of these guys, even though they get high draft picks, draft stats, I know I do talk about that sometimes when I'm looking at, investing or, the potential for guys is a high draft. That is the other side of it. That's Nikita Filatov. We got one pack after this, I think, right? That's it. Yep. We got Antero Niedemaki, Mike Ribeiro again, Jose Theodore again, Jamie Langenburner again, another one of these. We get Andrew Raycroft when Andrew Raycroft, once again, second episode in a row. Everyone say hi to Miko. He just climbed my leg. Why do you have to do that? I know you're little, but Andrew Raycroft was not a big fan of that one either. Johan Franzen, Yaroslav Halak, and a Tom Pressing. So finish this off. A couple other guys. Florida drafted Kendall McCardle in the 2005 draft, 20th overall. Left winger, 42 games played, 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. And finishing it off, Viktor Tikhonov, which we hit earlier, 2008 28th overall pick by the Phoenix, Arizona Coyotes, whatever you want to call them. Left winger, 111 games played, so he's actually played a decent amount. 11 goals, 11 assists, and he's still in the KHL, or was in the KHL last year. There's no stats for him this year in the KHL, but he played in the KHL as of last year. So, like I said, just the difference of what can happen in all this. Let's see if we can get a second young gun here. Like I said, I'm only into this for, you know, $17, $18. I think I gave the guy $20 or something for, you know, grabbing them and keeping them for a while. But here we go. Brett Sterling, Andrei Markov, another one. So we're not getting another young gun. We got Corey Stillman in the victory. We got a Chris Pronger, a Jeff Carter, and an Alex Kovalev. This guy drove every Montreal fan, I think, nuts. The potential of Alex Kovalev and what he looked like on some nights. The guy looked like the best player in the NHL when he wanted to. The rest of the time, he was very frustrating to watch. So that was the opening. Not too bad. We had a young gun. We had a couple early Ovies. We had an early Malkin, right? I guess that's what we're looking for here. Some early years of those guys, just base cards. We hit the one young gun. But really, the Claude Giroux rookie materials, kind of the big one. But yeah, that's like I said, that's just the difference when you look at some of these guys, the potential of a lot of these guys and some of these sets later on down the road. Like I said, it could be like a series one, could be Stammer and Drew Doughty and all these guys, obviously, Hall of Famers in both their own rights, probably at the end of their careers. Or you can have the opposite end of this, which ends up being a Matthew Halischuk. So once again, not the greatest name in the world looking for, but for a $20 opening, can't complain. Next up on the channel, sorry for getting a little bit of burping here. Got some Series 2 retail from last year. Got some of that beside me. So I'm gonna be opening that on the channel. And then I got another tin. One day, maybe one day, we'll hit a Cole Caulfield. So I got a tin of a Series 1, along with, like I said, a couple other boxes, retail boxes from Series 2 from last year. So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you like and subscribe. For Eric from the bench, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.